What's good, y'all? Welcome back to the J Mocha experience. I am bringing you a hair tutorial today on how I achieve my afro. Right now I'm washing my face. My hair is already pre-washed. I washed it in the shower. I will be bringing a video of how I wash my hair later on. But for right now, let's enjoy this fro video, baby. Alright, let's get it started then. Right now I'm just looking at the definition of my curls and my curl pattern. My first step, I do start with an oil base in my hair. I feel like it's very important when your hair is like this to really put oil on your scalp because your scalp easily dries out when you do this type of hairstyle. The product that I'm using is the Mango and Lime Jamaican Black Castor Oil. I will have that in the description below, but I basically just wanted to show you this part to show you how I kind of put my oil into different sections of my hair. Okay, with step 2, I actually do go back and re-wet my hair. I think it's very important when you're trying to do a style like an afro or any styling because the wetter your hair is, the better that the product would bind to your hair. But this is just showing you the various sections I go through, especially the middle of your head. Try and get that part as wet as possible. Now we get into the real deal. This product I'm using is called Uncle Funky's Daughter. I decided to put all these steps under step 3 and just break them down by letter. Just so you guys know that it does come in one pack. This is a travel pack I found at Target one day for $20. I'm not sure if it's still in there, but yeah, that's where I got it. So this step 3A is called Midnite Train, and you're basically just going through your roots and your ends to make sure it's kind of like a curl stimulator or a spray leave-in, so it stimulates the curls. You will see me biting my tongue this whole video. It's just a habit I have when I focus, so don't come for me. Step 3B, it is called a Supercurl Maricle Moisture Cream. It does exactly what it says in the name. It's a miracle cream, okay? But this part, you're supposed to break your hair down into sections. The better I've become, the more I don't really need to break my hair down into sections. I kind of like the look better without breaking my hair down into sections. But if you are just starting your afro, I suggest you do break the hair down because it does become easier because you may be overwhelmed or not really know where to go or just feel that it's not up to par. But I would suggest that you break your hair down into sections if you are just starting. Now this part is sped up, but I wanted to give you guys a chance to watch me do the side of my head and see how I kind of get to the middle and the back portion of my head. I will not show the other side, being that the other side is still the same, but this just give you guys more insight to how I achieve this look. I do want to point out you will start to see a change in your hair. As you see, my hair is still defined, but you're starting to see somewhat volume in my hair now. Step 3C is known as an extra butter curl forming cream. It does exactly what it says in the name also. The cool thing about this pack of hair products that I have, you can use step 3B together or separately. I prefer to use them together because I feel that I get more of a look out of it. You will see me use this product very quickly in my hair. It's more of just a touch up to what I want my look to look like. Now that you've done those 3 parts, you will notice that you do have product on your hand. So what I like to do is I like to run water on one of my hands or both, and then I'll go back and try and put that XX product through my hair. As you can see, your hair does look different now. This is me in the camera, just doing what I do. Step 3D is known as Curly Magic. It is magical, okay? Because baby, it be doing stuff to my hair. But anyways, this is your stimulator. I'm sorry if I said one of the last 3 parts with the stimulator. Those are actually somewhat of your curl primers, but this does stimulate your hair. As you see, I rose my hand up and it does kind of have a snotty texture, which is good because it doesn't stiffen up on your hair too much. Right now, you see me moving my hair to the front, and this is just kind of the shape that I want my afro to take. This is a shape that I like that fits with my look. You will have to find out what fits with yours, but it's all a learning process. But I will put this all throughout my hair. I am still using the same technique I used when I used the Supercurl cream and the extra butter, just breaking off in sections, trying to get it on almost every part of the hair as possible. But you will start to see a change in your hair right here as well. You still see definition, but there still is some increased volume. This step, it does take a few times. Pretty much with each step, you'll be doing it a few times and adding it into your hair. After step 3D, you will need to go back and play with your hair of how you kind of want it to sit, because you want it to look a certain way when you start to diffuse or air dry your hair. Personally, my process is like this. I somewhat kind of air dry, so I don't necessarily go directly to diffusing. Little dancer, like, hey. But yeah, I play with my hair for a little while, and as you see, it did get a little bigger because it is drying within this process of me waiting to diffuse my hair. Now we're on to step 4, which is the blow drying process. So when you blow dry, I would say to use cold air. I have tried to use the hot air before, and I feel like it made my hair a bit frizzier. I do have a diffuser on my blow dryer. There are different kind of diffusers, which I did find out. There's one with just like little combs coming out on the end. Mine doesn't have those combs. I just have it where it blows out the air. And as you see, I'm somewhat cupping my hair when I do blow dry it. I kept this part in here so you guys can see how I do each section of my hair, because I know when you're just starting out, you may be confused on how to do this section or another section. Now, I would say this step and the next step are probably the longest processes of you achieving this look. As you can see, I am still blow drying. Watch that look. Now on to step number 5 is the use of that pick. As you see with my pick, I'm using a flick out motion. You don't want to just stab the hair, because then you'll just stretch out the hair and then just damage the curls. You'll just be combing through them. I have not used the steel pick before. I know there are different kind of picks, but mainly because I've seen videos where a lot of girls say the steel picks kind of cause frizziness within the hair. I do want to try it just to see the difference it'll make. That'll have to be later on. But as you see right here, the afro does start to get bigger. You will go back and forth between step 4 and 5. As you can see, the volume has increased in my hair with still that curl definition. Now I'll be showing you how I blow dry my hair as if you didn't have a diffuser. Personally, I like to do both. Without a diffuser, it is a little bit more work because you do have to use your hands to apply that cupping motion. But to achieve the best, you know, beauty is pain. Now we are back to the picking stage. This is probably the longest part because you're actually picking to what you want your afro to look like. Once you get an idea of this process and you become comfortable with it, you know what you want your afro to look like. I'm still using that flick out motion, but I do want you guys to understand that you will not achieve your biggest version of your afro on your first day. That normally takes probably the 3rd to the 4th day. I will add in a video of what my hair looks like the 2nd day, but I just don't want you guys to assume that your afro will be huge on the first day. You'll have volume, but not the biggest that your afro can achieve. Within this picking part, you do want to make sure the back of your hair isn't flat, but that normally to me doesn't get bigger until the 2nd day because your hair is completely dry. Also on the ends and the back of your hair, you want to make sure you kind of stretch your ends out. I don't know if that part has been shown, but see right there on the side of my ends, I'm somewhat stretching them out. So I'm picking them, but also teasing them on the side to stretch the ends out. You don't want those to be shrunk or shorter than the rest of your hair. And Boom. As you can see, I finished my picking process. The picking process takes a while, I'm not gonna lie, but if you stay to it, you'll be fine. As you see the increased volume within the hair. Obviously, it's not the biggest, but you have the starter of your afro. Right now, I will transition to my signature of what I like about my afro. These are day 2 results of my hair. You will have to pick your hair every day you want to show your afro, but don't go past 3 to 4 days.